My name is Walter Huff. I'm the chorus master for Atlanta Opera. My responsibilities include auditioning the chorus twice a year. We have large auditions, and from those auditions, choosing the chorus that will be in each opera. Each opera demands different things. One may be 60 people, the other may be 24 people, and from Mozart to Wagner, so they do require different elements. There's definitely a repeat ratio in the way of how many years people have sung with the opera. I think I have a few, maybe 2 or 3 now, that have sung as long as I've been chorus master. Again, that changes very much. I'll have some that have done it 10 years, I'll have some that it's their first opera, but most of the people you see on stage, it is not their first time. Especially for an opera like this, I would try to get someone that had performed with us before. First of all, for the process for Dutchman, I looked to see who did it in 2002. I certainly wanted to use those people if they were available, and that would make this process a little easier and the music would come back to them. But I would say about a third of the people that did it in 2002 were available. So I started with that group and then chose from another corps of choristers that we have and the 2 auditions that we had last year. This is the biggest chorus of this season. So really for about a year I was thinking, okay, who can be in this chorus? And it also requires a lot of men. You have a double men's chorus. So when I think of someone that might be able to do it, I would just jot it down. And I really don't audition for each opera. I do it just for the whole season. So in June and also in November, I'm kind of looking for the upcoming season as we do those auditions. For Dutchman, we started the musical rehearsals February. For an opera this large, it's about 2 or 3 months. We have maybe 2 rehearsals a week. Sometimes I'll have just men, sometimes I'll have just women, so that I use their time efficiently. But as we get into stagings, for this one, it was about 4 times a week plus the weekends. So it can be about 3 weeks of intense rehearsals for the staging. For the women, especially in Act 2, it actually requires more delicacy than you would think in Wagner. There's a lot of nuance to their scene. It's very quick in the way of the words. There's a very quick section which requires a lot of ability in that way. There's an a cappella section. So it's almost like in the way of German lieder or German song, where you have that nuance of musicality. For the men, it requires a real strength of singing, strong tenors, strong basses, and also a freedom of acting in the way of the sailors. I definitely try to look at the choristers as individuals, and actually many of them coach with me privately, so I can see their development, and if someone needs to do a little something here, I will go to them personally and say, I need you to be softer, or I need you to do this part, or leave this out. So it can be a very individual basis, and they're very used to that in the way of getting some individual instruction as to what will make the group sound better. And almost always people feel like they sing better after an opera. They may be a little tired, but they've really worked their voice and developed their voice, so that it's been a consistent workout for them. What is unique about Dutchman chorally is that in the first act you have just men's chorus, in the second half you have just women's chorus, and in the third act you actually have 3 choruses going on, and it's very rare to coordinate an offstage chorus like the Ghost chorus with another men's chorus which is on stage. Usually if you do an offstage chorus, that's all it is. You're singing from offstage. But to do that coordination requires finding the right place to do that offstage so that you can hear and be heard, and then coordinating that ensemble-wise. So this requires some different abilities. We like to work hard, and they know that we have an excellence that we strive for, and we try to do it in the way of having a good time doing it, work together as a community, respect each other, and make the whole thing a good experience for all. That's our hope.